All right, first I would like to thank everybody for being here. Today we're going to discuss a very important topic, and that topic is going to be about diabetes. When we think about diabetes, we think about what is diabetes. Diabetes is when the body's ability to produce insulin is impaired. Mainly focusing on, in this session today, we're going to focus on three types of diabetes. There are many types of diabetes. However, we will focus on the three types of diabetes: signs and symptoms, prevention, and care. Those three major types of diabetes we're going to focus on today. We're going to talk about type 1 diabetes, we're going to discuss type 2 diabetes, and we're going to discuss gestational diabetes. Type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes commonly happens with adolescents. However, type 1 diabetes also can occur with adults. Speaking of adults, we're going to move into talking about type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes is more severe. It mostly happens with adults, and it also helps with taking insulin to correct the insulin in the body. The last diabetes we're going to discuss today, we're going to talk about gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes occur mainly with pregnant women. This is very common with pregnant women, and this is something that you would have to look out for during the pregnancy. Also, with the gestational diabetes mainly it can also be at risk for a pregnant woman because you can obtain diabetes too through having gestational diabetes. Gestational diabetes can basically fix itself. After the pregnancy, after the woman has the baby, gestational diabetes can fix itself. But you also want to do common things that we do every day to prevent the basically occurring diabetes thereafter the pregnancy. Going back to what we discussed about type 1 and type 2 diabetes. A lot of people get it confused to where when I say it mainly or it commonly happens with children, or type 1 commonly happens with children and type 2 commonly happens with adults. Anyone can occur the type 1 diabetes or the type 2. But mainly putting those focuses on type 2 commonly happens with children is because it's not as severe as type 2. I can move further with a more personal experience with type 1 diabetes. I'm actually a type 1 diabetes, and my symptoms can be taken care of with exercising, eating healthy, and taking medication. However, type 2 diabetes, you have to take insulin, whether your blood sugar is high, whether it's low, and that which would also help with exercising and eating healthy. But then, like I said, it's more severe. Type 2 is more severe. Also, when we think about diabetes, we also don't think if we have diabetes. Do you ever think if you have diabetes? Do that even pop up in your mind to where, do I have diabetes? A lot of us don't think if we have diabetes. And that's one of the things that can help us as well with also exercising and eating healthy. Because if we go get those things checked out, our blood sugar checked out, and make sure that we don't have high blood sugar or low blood sugar, that's one of the things that we can jump on right away versus it jumping into type 2, and therefore we'll be on the insulin. In conclusion to that, we're just gonna focus on basically prevention and taking care. Prevention, let's talk about it. Prevention is exercise. That's getting out the house. Just getting out the house. Most of us work all day. Most of us, we have 2 or 3 jobs. We want to come home. We want to sit down. We want to eat something. And not getting up and exercise. Not taking the time to focus on what we're eating. A lot of it is culture based. We want to get into that. The types of things that we're eating. Let's get in the habit of not eating the type of food that we're used to eating. Let's get out the house and move around more versus, especially if it's somebody that sit down all day at work. Let's in the fact of talking about this, just talking about it to friends or family and making a group to whereas we're all able to focus on the things that can prevent high blood pressure. Let's going into even what we're talking about, blood sugar levels. And the prevention, well, we just discussed the prevention and care and treatment. Care and treatment basically focuses on what type you have. The type I have is type 1. Mainly, type 1 diabetes is cared with metformin medication or whatever type of metformin. Metformin has levels, and whatever level your doctor describes for you, that's something you would follow up with. Type 2 is basically cared with insulin, and mainly it goes into before you eat, you want to check your blood levels. You want to check it after you eat, and it's just taking your medication. The last diabetes we talked about was gestational. Gestational really also takes metformin medication, but being pregnant, you want to talk to your doctor about how you would follow up with your blood sugar being low.